Donald Trump. Michigan Secretary of State can't block my spot on 2024 ballot. Lansing Lawyers for former President Donald Trump have filed a lawsuit, asking a court in Michigan to ensure the Republican's name will appear on the state's ballots next year as ongoing lawsuits attempt to block him. The suit, which was dated Monday and listed Trump as the plaintiff, says the Michigan Court of Claims should issue a judgment stating that Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson has no authority to refuse to place President Trump's name on the ballot and enter an injunction stopping her from doing so. Benson, a Democrat, is the defendant in the case. Trump is seeking the GOP nomination to challenge Democratic President Joe Biden in November 2024. Biden defeated Trump in the 2020 election, in both the popular vote and Electoral College. In Michigan and other states, opponents of Trump have filed lawsuits, arguing the former president should be disqualified from having his name on primary and general election ballots under the 14th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. The amendment, which dates back to the aftermath of the Civil War, says no one can hold office if they have previously taken an oath to support the Constitution but engaged in insurrection or rebellion. Some legal experts, including retired Judge J. Michael Luttig and Lawrence Tribe, a constitutional law professor at Harvard, have said the 14th Amendment should block Trump from running for president again after efforts to overturn his loss to Biden in 2020 included his supporters storming the U.S. Capitol on January 6, 2021. But in their lawsuit Monday, Trump's lawyers, David Kallman, Stephen Kallman and Mark Muser, said Benson and the court itself lacked the authority to block Trump's name from appearing on ballots, and the events of January 6, 2021, were a riot, not an insurrection. They did not amount to levying war against the United States, Trump's lawyers wrote. The lawyers argued Trump didn't engage in an insurrection on January 6, 2021. Engaging requires some level of active participation, the lawyers wrote. Inaction is not sufficient, however, U.S. Representative Benny Thompson, a Democratic lawmaker from Mississippi, who led the committee that investigated the attack on the Capitol, accused Trump of lighting the fire that spurred an attempt by Trump supporters to prevent Congress from certifying the 2020 election results. Trump's lawyers said the then-president remarks spreading unproven claims of election fraud, including those he made on January 6, 2021, constituted protected speech on a matter of public concern. None of it meets the stringent requirements for incitement, both because the content itself is not sufficiently explicit and because it does not evince a specific intent to engage in unlawful activity, Trump's lawyers wrote. Time equals 400 Ms. greater than Benson, Michigan's top election official, has already said Trump will be on Michigan's ballots next year unless a court intervenes and rules otherwise. Michigan's Bureau of Elections previously issued a letter, determining that state election law did not expressly authorize Benson to make eligibility decisions regarding candidates' qualifications and the 14th Amendment. That determination led to lawsuits by activist Robert Davis of Highland Park and others who've asked the courts to block Trump's name from appear on ballots. More. SOS Benson says Trump will be on Michigan ballot unless court rules otherwise. More. Another suit to disqualify Trump under the Constitution's insurrection clause is filed in Michigan under Michigan law. Benson and Christina Caramo, chairwoman of the Michigan Republican Party, must develop lists of presidential candidates whose names get to appear on the February 27 presidential primary ballot. The law requires Benson to include names of those, generally advocated by the national news media to be potential candidates. Candidates appearing on either Benson's list, which is due by November 10, or Caramo's list, which is due by November 14, effectively get their names on the ballot without doing anything else.